Hello, my name is Christopher Citro, and I'm going to read you a couple poems from the manuscript of my second poetry book, If We Had a Lemon, We'd Throw It and Call That the Sun, which is coming out later this year from Elixir Press. This poem begins with an epigraph by Heather Crystal from her poem Taxonomy of that November. We were happy and wretched and cloudy and setting fire to everything for warmth. And the poem's called It's Something People in Love Do. It's a late film, not one of their best, clogged with a love interest that never really makes your pants itch. But when the Marx Brothers keep the train moving so the hero can make it to town to record the deed and afford to marry the girl of his dreams, they chop the whole damn train up to feed the fire. Frightened passengers in bustles and waistcoats watch their seats axed from beneath them as women cradle their children and men stand around looking affronted. Then they hack up the walls and the roofs, carrying armfuls of train forward to turn into steam to keep things moving. And I'm not saying we should watch fewer old movies. What I am saying is maybe everything's not a metaphor for trying to pay the bills on time. I love your credit score. It could pin my credit score to the late summer soil and pee on its head. My credit score would roll over and take it. But what do you think of that chicken dinner I made last night? How caramelized the thighs, the bourbon from a plastic jug. How beautiful that farmhouse looks passing by in the distance. If we could get off this train, we could go get it and tear it to pieces with our teeth, tossing hallways and lintels to the flames. Then we could clean each other's face with our tongues. It's called kissing. People in love do it. And this poem is called Our Beautiful Life When It's Filled with Shrieks. I'm doing a balancing act with a stack of fresh fruit in my basket. I love you. I want us both to eat well. We're not allowed to buy blackberries anymore because they're mean to their workers, and you read left-wing news sites. Till when, I asked, and you said nothing. So that's one healthy food off the list. I'm still buying pineapples, and you're still eating them. I guess you've never seen the websites about those. Nobody in this supermarket knows that I am a puma. This morning our cat rolled on the floor showing me her belly, which I leaned down and rubbed. Beneath a backyard pine tree, the neighbor's cat was eating one of our cat's moles. At least the moles we rent from the landlord for her. It's so complicated staying alive sometimes. The voices of the collection agencies on the answering machine sound menacing. They're paid to sound that way, and they're not paid much more than the people they're menacing, which can get you thinking if you're the sort who likes to think about that sort of thing. Other people subscribe to adventure cycling magazines and read about men who rode across Turkey in the late 1800s, before anything was happening in the world, before cantaloupes probably existed, when you could get an honest wage for an honest day's blackberries, when we loved like fierce mountain storms, with the blood of eagles in our hearts, exchanging grocery lists that just said you, all the way down. This has been Christopher Citro, reading to you poems from my forthcoming book, If We Had a Lemon, We'd Throw It and Call That the Sun. Thanks for listening, everybody.